Hi everybody, hi, it's Crix here, and it's the, I'd look up then didn't I, the 17th of March, and this is a time when we're moving into these completely uncharted times. This is so unusual, unprecedented. We could not possibly have imagined anything like this happening. It's only just a few weeks ago when George and I were away with friends, and we were in the US and travelling around and having a wonderful time in Hawaii, and everything's just so changed, and it's really given me the opportunity to really think and really check in with myself. And I have been speaking to lots of you on Facebook and over the phone and behind the scenes, and I just wanted to say that I'm here to support anybody, and I've really been thinking about what I can do. And I have been watching the lovely things that have been put on, and I've seen people who are feeling okay and people who aren't feeling okay and people who are lost and bemused and all kinds of things. There's been some lovely posts. I saw the lovely one with Kelly on the Facebook page of Love Reflexology, where she was sharing and she got emotional and vulnerable, and I loved that too, about how somebody's supporting her. And David Waite posted a great thing about how you can take care of yourself through projects and health tips. Jesus Manzanares has posted a great thing, his foot map, about the reflex points that we can work on. So everybody's really coming together and stumping up. That's just popped into my mind about Debbie Hitt has posted about paying it forward, and paying people, like Kelly's had somebody who's bought a gift voucher, and Debbie was talking about still supporting the people and buying gift vouchers for people. So there's lots and lots of things going on, and it's really giving us a chance to check in and think about what we can do to look after ourselves. And obviously we've got to look after ourselves, and that's the whole point of all of this. So it's really given me the opportunity to think about how might I be able to help. And some of you will know that I've spent 3.5 years building my Crix Academy, and I've come up with what I hope is a very, very special thing. So I've been preparing for it for the last day and a half since I had the idea, and I hope you're going to like it. So it's my way of being able to think about how we can help other people, because one person contacted me today, and they are understandably, for a very, very wonderful reasons, very scared. And they've got members of their families who are very scared for a very, very real reason. And were asking me for tips on how to manage the anxiety and the worry, and how to stay okay and how to stay grounded and how to stay loving. I've never met this person before, but delightfully a practitioner suggested I might be able to help them, and I was more than happy to do what I can to support that lady. And we had a lovely little chat, and I hope she's going to be feeling some better now. We can't change the circumstances, but we can learn how to respond. And I think response as opposed to reaction is possibly something which is really helpful. So the things that I've been putting for the last 3.5 years together onto the Crix Academy, and I'm going to come to what I've done over the last day and a half to hopefully make this really lovely, is to the Academy's got a great deal of information on it, and I want to tell you what I've done, and hope that it helps any of you who will find it useful. Because the reason I set the Academy up is because when I came into this field, and the reason I came into this field is because I was not the person that I am now. I was excessively, extremely, unbelievably anxious, depressed, and I found life extremely tough. So I've learnt along the way a lot of things, and I've put that information onto the Academy, and I want to make the Academy available to anybody and everybody who needs it right now. So the Academy is going to be open to anybody and everybody who wants it, who wants to do learning, if you've got some spare time on your hands, if you want to do rub up on on some different skills, if you want to learn something new, and it's all going to be completely free. So I've made that available. I've worked on it, and you'll just need to go into the Academy and put the code in, and you'll get it for free. And normally when you do a course, you're perhaps on a course for a day or maybe 2 days. Well, you've got 30 whole days to be able to go onto the Academy, to be able to learn any techniques that you want to do. But what people don't realise is that there's also a tremendous amount more on the Academy. It isn't just reflexology, it isn't just gentle touch reflexology, it's also got all kinds of other things. So one of the ladies who I spoke to very early this morning is a lady who's got children, and she's very worried about how she's going to be able to cope with her children being at home, because she's anticipating that they are going to be at home soon. She and her son have a bit of a problem time together. So I've put a lot of different tips onto the Academy about how to manage relationships, how to manage like little sort of energy warfares that go on, which means that people fight. Things about the mirror principle, so how to be able to manage that and relationships, how to be able to support each other, to understand what's going on energetically, basically how to be able to have a great life, also how to be able to manage times when you're feeling anxious or depressed. So things like EFT and NLP, even some feng shui tips, because if we're going to be at home, let's have a bit of time where we can be doing a bit of clearing out and sorting and setting our lives up, so that when we come out of all of this, we come out of it in a much better place with our health and with our relationships, and even our homes can benefit with a bit of rubbing up on that as well. So it says that my battery's going to be going on this soon, so let's hope it keeps going. So if I disappear, you'll have to wait for me to recharge the battery, and maybe I'll pick it up again tomorrow. So actually, I wonder if I can just plug it in. I can find my charger. Here we go. I'll just see if I can just plug that in. As you see, I've been doing a lot of work today. Let's see if I can just plug that in. There we go. And we hopefully it'll be there to be able to support people for all kinds of different things. So if you want to go and have a look at the Academy, it's www.surix.com/academy, and you'll put your information in. You will have to put your payment information in. There is absolutely no payment at all for a whole month. So you just go in and subscribe, and anybody can subscribe or unsubscribe at will, and what you'll get in there is a massive information. So I need to make sure I tell you the code. So the code that you put in is in capitals, and it's healthy, HEALTHY. You can tell I'm dyslexic, can't you? So there's a tremendous amount of information on there, which I'm really hoping that we'll be able to share with all the people that we think might benefit from it. So some of the things that are on there that's core is, one of my favourite phrases is energy follows thought. So it is all about, what are we thinking about, what are we growing, and what are we feeding. So there's quite a lot of information on there. There's also, let me just hold up, so any of you who wanted to know what's in my book, so this is the 3 Steps to Enjoying Life book. That's all on the Academy. And so if any of you want to share it with anybody else, share them the access of how to get it for free, so they can be on it for the whole month, practice it. And there's it's absolutely for free. So I'm actually just trying to work out how to balance my phone now. It's charging and I can't. So maybe you want to know about, maybe somebody else wants to know about foot reading. So all the information about foot reading, all of this of the book is all on there. It's all free. So if you want to know about foot reading, there's lots of information on there about energy, chakras. There's all of the information. So I did quite a long time ago, I did some animations. I had a professional animator who did animations about how our chakras work. and what they relate to and the different colours. So that's all on there. So if you wanted to know about some new skills, maybe somebody's at home and they want to learn a new skill, there's lots of information about gentle touch reflexology. There's training videos, there's PDFs, so all of this type of information, it's all on the Academy, and you can watch it all for free. So there's techniques about energy, linking, pulling it all together. There's also information for grandparents. So sometimes it's really difficult for children and being able to cope with children. So I teach reflexology for babies and children. So all of the information that's on the DVD and the book, that's all on the Academy. It's all free. So if you are wanting to know how to support Here's My Dolly, if you're wanting to know how to help and support little ones, then it's all there, it's all free. So if you know any mums, please tell them that they can go on there and they can watch the techniques on how to support children who've got colic or sleeplessness or teething, or they're just restless, all those techniques. So please tell any mums, it's all there, it's all free. If people want to know about how to help people who've got problems with digestive issues, it's all on there about how to do that. So that's maybe people who are taking, lots of medication, or babies who can't poop or whatever. So you'll find all the information that's all on the Academy. I can't even think of all the different things that are on the Academy because I've been working so much today to make sure that the system works. So one of the things that we are doing is we are currently adding in a system so that you can collate your own CPD points. So the system is being set up so that it will help you to keep a log of the time that you're on the Academy, so that you can then press a button and you can produce a certificate of how many hours you have been watching whatever, so minutes or hours. So you can add that to your CPD log, which might be useful if sadly we can't go on courses. So I know that conferences and courses have had to be cancelled because of this virus. And we can't get out and about to do extra learning, but if you want to, you can go on here for free and do some really big time learning. As you know, I teach all over the UK and I've taught all over the world, and I like to think that gentle touch reflexology, energy techniques, linking, energy, chakras, EFT, feng shui, foot reading, all of these things really do make a difference, and that's why I wanted to make it all available to everybody. At the moment, as we're adjusting for free, and the code that you need to put in is healthy, because that's what we all want to be. There's information on what was the thing that popped into my head then about then? Oh yeah, so there's different techniques that, like if people have got if people got migraine or headaches or whatever. So if people have got health conditions and they don't know what might be going on behind the scenes, and what some of the emotional connections might be. Let me just see if I can find that one. So, and I had a lovely message today from a lovely lady who's just received this book. Well, the e-version of the book, this is Energy in Motion, Messages of the Body. And she sent me a lovely message today saying how much she's enjoyed it. So if people don't know what might be the emotional thing going on behind the scenes with their health challenge, then feel free to share this with them so they can go onto it for free. If you're a practitioner or you're working with other people and you want to know, you can go on and it's all there for free. So I'm really trying to let people know that there's help and there's support. We're not on our own. We're not struggling. We are, lots of people, we are sitting, behind our front doors and we're not allowed to go out. I saw a post on Facebook tonight about somebody who was saying that she was going stir crazy and it's only day 3. Well, if we can spend time learning new things, if we can find time to just refresh our memories on the things that keep us happy and healthy. And actually I've got somebody in mind at the moment because a few minutes ago I had a message from a friend who was saying that she's really scared about going into this self-isolation that she's going to go into. And I was saying that fortunately I don't feel scared because, you know, I'm very fortunate to have, you know, I love where I live, I love what I do. I'm very fortunate we've got a garden, so I'm going to be in the garden and connecting with the plants and the flowers and the trees. You know, if it's lovely and sunny, I should be making the most of that. But also, I'm glad that we've got something that is available that will help and support people when it's difficult. And one of the ladies had said sometimes when she's struggling, so she's on the academy at the moment, when she's struggling, she thinks, okay, so I wonder what Sue would be telling me now, because she says that sometimes I can say things to her and she goes, but actually it's what she wants to know. So if you want to know more about it, you just need to go onto the academy. So it's www.suericks.com/academy, and the code for a month on the academy is healthy, HEALTHY. Oh, I can just see that Dave's popped that on. Thanks, Dave. It's really difficult for me to see people who are commenting because I haven't got the opportunity to read everything, but he's put that in capitals so I can see it. So if you've got any questions and you want to know anything about it, please, you know, feel free to put your questions into the comments. And what I would just say to you is go on and enjoy it. Please tell all your friends and relatives and anybody who you think it might help. You know, if people want to learn a new skill to be able to help their nearest and dearest, if you want to know how to do hand reflexology techniques, there's some simple ones on there that you can do to calm yourself and make life easier. There's techniques on, you know, even just, you know, interesting things like how to be able to do things such as, you know, tidy up a room. There's some techniques on there that I know that some people have found helpful. There's some conference presentations and a number of different things, including interviews with some of the most well-known people in reflexology and not well-known people in reflexology. So really what I'm saying to you is I'm wishing everybody all the best. This is hopefully going to be there for you behind the scenes. I set it up as a membership site 3.5 years ago with a colleague, and I have been in practice myself. Some of you know me, some of you don't know me. And I've been in practice now for a very long time. I started my personal development journey over 36 years ago, and I have been putting things onto the academy for the last 3.5 years, which is all the collated information that's in my head. So the lady who started it basically said to me, how do we get all the information that's in your head and how do we get it out? So that's what is on the academy. So this is there for you if you are wanting to share that with anybody and everybody. If you run a school, please feel free, you know, to share that with all of your students. If you're part of a mums group, please feel free to share it with the mums group. If you're part of you know, a particular location group, please feel free to share it with them if they're struggling. There's information on how to feel okay, how to reboot yourself, how to get yourself back on the love highway, how to settle yourself, how to sleep, how to stop worrying, how to take care of your children, how to understand and deal with things if other people don't get on with your children, how to do settling things for your nearest and dearest, or you may just want to learn a new skill. So I'll be coming back on again on a regular basis just to talk about things that are on the academy so that you can get a bit more of a feel of it. My strongest encouragement is just go on, absolutely find everything that's there, and please feel free to share how people can get onto the academy for free with anybody that you want to. So my hope is that this will really help a lot of people. I hope that I will going to be around, so if you want to message me, if you want to ask any questions, you can do. And I wish you all lots of love and lots of health. So stay well, everybody. Keep washing those hands. If you remember, if you may or may not have seen it, I did a bit about my view on hand washing, which is our chance to reconnect with our hands and say thank you to our hands, and do a bit of love and care for our hands. So I posted that on Facebook just a few days ago. So this is Sue just saying from the Sirix Academy. This is something that I hope will be very helpful to a great number of people. There's so many different things in there. I can't even think how many things are in the Academy, but there are lots of categories, loads and loads of things. You'll probably find it's much bigger than you might have been expecting, because we've been feeding it for the last 3.5 years. And I didn't tell you that every single week you will get an email from me telling me what new things have been added every week. I forgot to tell you that every single week we add new things. So you'll get an email from me which tells you what we've added this week that's new, and it'll also be a little bit of a memory jogger of something else which is already in the Academy that you may or may not have seen. So we'll keep in touch with you, and you're welcome to keep in touch with me. So I send you lots of love, wishing you health and happiness, and that you're most welcome to share this to anybody and everybody you think may benefit from it. So lots of love from me, Sirix. I send you hugs, hugs, hugs. Bye bye from a distance, virtual hugs. Bye.